All right, continue on since we're live officially with the Skinwalker Ranch, Arizona. Corgi's story. So you get to see behind the scenes stories.
Oh yeah, no, just you guys were talking about cryptids, and I think that's the one for the Southwest is the Skinwalker.
I think we probably got a new homebrew cafe campaign coming up with all the cryptids, right? So you got Jersey Devil, the Skinwalker Ranch, isn't Bigfoot, isn't like the Chupacabra out your way? Chupacabra. Chupacabra.
We should play Vasen, you know, the game that is about like myths and things like that. We should play that, but set in the US. That would be super interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Anyway,
yeah.
So episode 51 we're at, guys.
Woohoo!
And it's called Revel's End, maybe. Yes, it is. Ed, we have some links there, I see.
Yes, and there they are, the links to the things. So by all means, go in there, click all the links, follow all the links, do all the stuff. If we have a link, it's in there. Discord, Imgur, YouTube. There's some maps on Imgur. I haven't uploaded anything to there in a while, but if you have a campaign, you're looking for some maps to use. There's some like woodland trail maps in there, and I think a tavern and different kinds of stuff that we put together over the years. They're in there in Imgur free to use. And then, of course,
got a whole collection.
Channel points down at the bottom. Yep. Channel points down at the bottom. You can use to help or hinder the party. Healing, magical items, treasure, whatever. You know, if you feel like helping us out or screwing us over, go right ahead.
Helping the DM is an option.
Custom ones, Ed.
Can we add, what was that?
Custom things on there to buy.
To the channel points? Yeah. Yeah, they're all custom. Yeah.
How about, can we do it now? Like, is it easy?
I gotta remember how to do it. I have to get into a different part.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it sort of easy.
All right.
I think
we should add a jump scare for tonight's session, but they should be.
Oh, jump scare for tonight's session? Well, I mean, we can just.
It's in a. Oh man, it's a monetization section, I think. Bits and cheering.
That's right. Yeah. Is it monetization?
But I can't.
Ads.
Tier badges.
I think it's under sub stuff. I'm gonna open up mine and look.
Oh,
you know what? I might not be able to do it because I'm running the stream as an editor. So
we just got rated.
Go into the. Did we?
Yay.
Nice.
Hey, Emerald Collective just rated 10
Nice
viewers.
to see you
Hi.
guys again.
Nice to see you.
Welcome.
Hello, folks.
You called us. You called us.
Just getting started. So perfect timing.
Call us under the hood with
How's
messing with the
everybody
channel
today?
points.
Yeah. So
Ahoy!
that's a bit of a foreshadowing there for you.
Yes, recaps. We were under the hood messing with our channel points for some custom jump scares, I think, for tonight's session. So, Ed was under the hood here, trying to play with their channel points. So yeah, that in the,
I don't remember.
gain some channel points. You can help us out, healing, help the DM, and some custom ones he's trying to make right now. Yes, Rime and Frustrated. We're at session 51, right? Vid, I think, right? 51.
Yeah.
Over.
51. We're at Revel's End. But the rhyme we're running is fairly heavily modified, so even if you know the campaign, maybe there's something in it for you.
Yes, it is heavily modified by Vid, especially like environmental things. It's very cool how we can be epic characters who can beat down something and then nearly freeze to death in water.
Yeah.
As an
Yes.
example.
I love his overland travel.
What happened last time, Corgi?
Okay. Let's see. Last time, our adventurers found themselves slightly lost in a storm the day before. Fortunately, when they awake in the morning, Gareth is able to point them in the correct direction. They finally managed to make it to the edge of the sea of moving ice, starting to follow the coast north towards the prison at Revel's End. In the morning, Alexica goes to check for wood near the shore when a large gust of wind throws her adorable little body off the edge of the cliff. Zakum and Gareth both see and hear her little scream as she falls and run to her rescue. After another day of travel, they finally arrive at the trail that will take them to Revel's End. By noon, the tower of the fortress comes into view. The guard at the gate is hesitant to let them in, but letting them know that the situation that is currently going on inside of Revel's End is a strange situation with a strange red light permeating all around the space. He lets them in and allows them to go to private quarters, I think, or sends them to an area. I didn't write that down.
I think we stopped in the hallway, please.
Okay, maybe he was going to guide us then. Okay.
So, let me just focus you guys so you can find us here. There we are.
I cannot add or modify the rewards as a mod. I'd have to get into the actual channel page.
So Avalar has to do it.
No, I can do it later. I'd have to log out and log in on Homebrew and, send Avalar a code.
Yeah, it's a little. I'm in it now, but it'd be what I got going on right now. It'd be kind of much, I think.
Right, says the guard who let you in. I'm very sorry. I'm gonna have to confiscate your weapons. For now, we will keep them extremely safe here in the guard room.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
We want to control this situation. We don't want any more trouble, please.
Open my character sheet. The whole time before stream that I spent rambling, I never did that.
And man,
Shocking.
were you rambling.
Wasn't I, though?
Getting the cryptic conversations and everything, yeah. I poke Alexia. Hear that? No trouble. You hear what he said? No trouble.
Well, I don't intend to make trouble. Trouble just happens to follow me around.
You want all of my weapons or just the big ones?
I mean, a dagger is not what I'm interested in, he says, and looks at your axe and your war pick and your whatnot. So I mean, that's not what we're. But the warden has said that martial weapons, any big weapons, needs to be handed in here.
Does that include like my short bow?
Sure, and your rapier.
And my rapier. Okay.
Is there like a coat check room?
Yeah. So basically, they show you in here. We'll just move you guys into a little guard room. There's a captain over here who nods at you, and all the while you're sort of surrounded by this strange red glow. It's sort of pulsating slowly, but you can't see a source of the light. And yeah, along the north wall here, there's a weapon rack where you can just basically hang off your stuff.
All right, so I'll hand over my axe, my pick, my crossbow, my other axe, my hand axes, my javelins.
Right. There's another weapon rack for the rest of you on the eastern wall.
All right. So
and now
since he's only interested in big weapons, I turn over my short bow, my rapier, and my laser pistol.
Oh yes.
I forgot about the laser pistol. That's right.
Yes. Yeah.
Gareth, he means your backup weapons too, okay? All I hand over is my light crossbow. Can I keep my quarterstaff for? I'm kind of injured and need to walk.
Yeah. We would never presume to take the staff off of an old man.
Thank you.
I gave him my axes, my little hand axes.
Yep.
Okay.
Fine. Right, they say. So, what is your business here? We can obviously you look a bit worse for wear. We can offer you some accommodations
please.
here too.
This old man, and I point over to Zakum. I go, he very thoroughly had his behind handed to him, and he needs to rest. But I just want it to be known that I'm defending him, even though he got his butt kicked, as he is mine and Gareth, my best friend, by the way. Gareth, my best friend. He is our savior.
He's your savior. Oh, but I'm sure you have some thrilling tales to tell from the as they sort of walk you through here. He continues to talk to you. Thrilling tales to tell from your journey so far.
Would you like me to tell you some of them?
Sure.
You probably need to get her to
the
it.
area first. So this is Revel's End, okay? It is literally molded out of the rock, okay? And there is, as you can see, there's red lights coming from various places here, slowly pulsating. And as you enter out into this corridor here, he says, he points to the north and he says, okay, yeah, so over there is the actual prison with the panopticon that you may be able to see the south wall of over here.
Okay.
Where we keep guard, and then all around the outside, he says. And as he says that, you guys see two guards carrying a prisoner in between them. I hope you can see that. Up north there.
I can slightly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. He looks. If you look at the prisoner, he looks like he's basically. He has some sort of spasms, and you can hear him rambling. The blue one, he says. And the guard looks kind of perturbed by this, and they sort of walk off, and you can see them walk off to the north, right? And he says, don't worry about that. We have some problems here, but it's nothing for you to worry about. You should just focus on the fact that you're guests here, and everything is fine. Thank you very much. How is it where you are?
Everything does not appear to be fine.
Oh, we've had some, you know what? Maybe it's best if we take you to the warden so you can have a little conversation with him. Then.
Well, if you want to know, I am pretty sure that Oral made themselves highly known to us and attacked us personally on the way here.
Oral?
Indeed, I know of no other large owl beast of that stature that can speak.
I mean, I'm just a guard, man. He says.
I apologize. I have not introduced myself to you. Hello, I am Dr. Alexica Emelina Bailey Goldmain of the Lowhold College of Chaos. Pleasure to meet you. This is my best friend, Gareth. And then this is, Zaku.
Pleasure. Don't mind her.
He's only recently joined us, and he died, actually, and came back. Inside out. It was really it was madness. Really.
Yes, it sounds quite riveting. I'm sure you need to tell the warden about all of these. Exploded, you say?
Exploded.
Well, more like evaporated.
Incinerated.
Yes,
It was
incinerated.
quite amazing.
I mean, did he explode and then incinerate, and then evaporate, or?
No, he.
What happened was I touched an incinerator device, went to a interdimensional quantum physics thing, was brought back to life, got stabbed, pulled her out of the icy ocean, and now we're here.
Well, to be perfectly honest, I didn't know that the muscle creepy goblin thing in the corner was him. If you would have seen muscles and bone being created in the middle of a room after you had been attacked by multiple beasts, would you not stab it?
I'm gonna look at Zakum and say it was pretty unsettling.
See if my best friend agrees with me.
From my perspective, it was unsettling.
Yeah.
We had no way to know that was you.
That is also true. Well, he says, he looks quite disturbed as you sort of ramble on here. But he takes you into this room here, and then he says, as he looks quite worried, and I thought I had problems. Let me just get the warden for you. I'll be right back.
Do not like the feng shui of this room. Do you think you can put us in another room?
The door closes and you hear it
Slams the door.
behind you.
Great. They're gonna kill us all.
So you're in this
I'm
room, right?
long-winded, shut your
it
mouth.
is. Sorry?
Avalar sassing me.
Assassin a
Yeah.
character. Role play.
So while this room might look empty, there is actually a large rectangular table with a single chair on one of the long sides and 3 similar chairs on the opposite side. And you see this white thing over here?
Yep.
That is actually a ladder that leads up to a iron hatch in the ceiling.
I immediately test the door to see if it's locked.
It's locked, yeah.
Well, I suppose they don't want us to go anyway.
I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling about this. Detect magic.
I sit on one of the chairs. I just go over and I sit on one of the chairs and I pat the chair next to me. Come here, Gareth. Let's sit and have some talk. Let's talk.
Did you cast
I'm gonna go
detect
check.
magic?
Yes.
Zakum?
Yes.
Yes. You detect 2 sources of magic in this room. One is from the sort of center above the table, and one is from the hatch in the ceiling above the ladder.
For my
Actually,
compadres.
a third source of magic as well is the door.
Okay.
Over here.
I informed that to my compadres. There seems to be some magic source here, and there.
You think that the thing that is just above the table is probably the light, the red pulsating light? So a couple of minutes pass by. You can talk if you want to. And if not, tell me.
Let's say now she doesn't want to
I
talk.
actually start explaining to Gareth a theory about how nymphs are usurping rats in the sewers.
Okay.
I think he fell asleep.
Is this
Short
is
rest.
this your theory, or is this a theory that you heard?
Well, I mean, there's lots of supporting evidence if you really think about it.
I'd rather not.
And then I go on for however many more minutes.
Yes,
at
of
least
course.
10.
I sit and examine
yeah.
these tables and the magic, trying to contemplate what I'm looking at here, what I think it could be, etc., etc.
Well, how long does your detect magic last?
Oh, that's a good question.
10 minutes, right?
I think it's 10 minutes. Yeah.
All right. So as you're in the middle of your story, Alexica, it's been around 5 minutes.
10 minutes.
You hear the door unlock, and the guard comes in with Warden Marthanis in tow. Okay. And now you see 2 more sources of magic as they walk in, and that seems to be their crests on their uniform. Right.
Right.
Warden Moth. So just look her up. Second.
Mhm.
Thank you, she says. That'll be all, and the guard leaves. And the door locks behind him again.
Tree.
No. Unnecessary, unneeded, unwarranted.
Man, where is she? Do I have a picture of her?
I do not know.
I don't. No, I don't. That's really irritating. Anyway, she is a human. She wears a red robe with gold trim. Keeps several rings on her fingers and the keys hanging from her neck. She comes in. She looks quite stern, and she sits down at the other end of the table and says, "I am I'm Warden Martha, and you are."
Hello, a pleasure to meet you, Warden Martha. My name is Professor Alexa Emelina Bailey Goldmain of the Lorehold College of Chaos. It is a pleasure to meet you, despite the circumstances, it would seem.
Circumstances? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Well, so what is it? I'm very busy. What is it you require of?
Give me a minute to look at my notes. We are here, seeing if perhaps we might be able to speak with Valish Gant.
Valish Gant. Valish Gant. Yes, that is one of the prisoners we have here. That is prisoner 237, we call him. That is his new name. And should you be allowed to speak with him, I would prefer it if you called him by his new name.
I will attempt to remember your words. Prisoner 237.
Indeed, yes. So what is it you want from prisoner 237? He is sentenced to a long stay here with us at Revel's End.
Seems that his compatriots within the Dark Brotherhood, that's the Skyrim one. What was it? The Black Brotherhood?
No. The Arcane Brotherhood.
Aren't you part of the same club?
No, I am not. Thank you.
I thought you were.
It seems that his compatriots in the Arcane Brotherhood seem to be making movements, and it is rumored that perhaps he might be coordinating them.
I find that extremely hard to believe. This prison is extremely secure. Nobody has ever escaped from it. And furthermore, if you think that he might be doing this with magical means, the whole prison area and the panopticon is under a permanent silence spell, thus making it impossible for him to use magic. Also, there's no reagents or anything available to the prisoners. We are quite used to dealing with magical prisoners here, or people with arcane knowledge, and so I can assure you the prison is quite secure. And as she says that, you can roll a listen check, guys, or a perception check. That is
Listen
about
check.
Yes.
From now on, it's going to be called the listen check.
Listen, check.
The reason I'm saying that, Avalar, is because I know that Corgi has a bonus to listening.
Like
No, I got you. I know.
It did not help. Oh,
Oh, you haven't rolled yet.
well, that's
According-
weird. It is not. My roll 20 is not connecting. To...
Probably at the update the Beyond 20, I think.
Hang on, let me close everything and try reopening
been
it
there.
Sometimes that works.
Yeah.
She got 11.
I got
Okay,
it.
she rolled 11. Okay, well, so Zakum but was that 11 with your bonus, Corgi? Or not?
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so you rolled poorly. Zakum
I
and
did.
Gareth, as Warden Martha says this, you hear faintly, very faintly, you hear some sort of noise going off. Wah, wah, wah. in the distance. And Warden Martha looks up and she says, "Fine." She says, "I shall look into if we can grant you a meeting with prisoner 237. But in the meanwhile, you do look worse for wear. Feel free to stay the night, and we will talk further in the morning."
I appreciate your assistance in this matter.
We
If you
appreciate
have-
your kindness.
Thank you. She nods and she gets up. If you have any medical issues, we do have a doctor on site. Please talk to one of the guards if need.
Do you have like any
And-
cakes, cookies, or tots available for evening?
Maybe a muzzle.
Cheeses.
Maybe
Maybe a muzzle.
Yep. I hear you. She
Real
says.
small.
No,
small.
She doesn't say that. She says, "I hope you will find our accommodations satisfactory. I'm sure you will, actually." And so you are led out by the guard again, and he says, "Well, maybe you are interested in a little tiny tour on the way to your rooms. We can go via the prison area if you like. I would ask you to stay silent. However, that won't be done."
Sounds good.
Taken in here, and you can see that the thing in the middle here is a hexagonal area, and there appears to be doors on the southwest, southeast, and northern sections. You can sort of see guards in there. But you see no guards out in the actual prison area, and you see cells quite dark in here, even though you do see prisoners. There are lots of prisoners here. There's only a few tokens though, so imagine the cells being full.
Approximately how many am I seeing per cell?
You see between 0 and 4 per cell. It seems to vary a little bit.
Are the cells numbered any kind of way?
Like on the walls or anything, you don't see any numbering. No, you don't.
Okay.
But the most striking thing is, it is absolutely quiet in here. When you're walking, your footsteps make no sounds. If you
The
clear your
silent
throat,
cell.
no sound comes out. When the guards, one of the guards, he moves, in here, and no sound comes from his mail or his spear or anything like that.
I like to imagine that Alexica was talking in the hallway, made it to this room, and still is talking.
Yeah.
It's just a reprieve for everybody. And as soon as we walk out of this space, she's just continuing.
like she didn't realize she was silenced.
Yeah. That's hilarious, and yes. But what you also notice is even though it's silent from in here, you do hear noises from outside coming in. So it's not like you're deaf or anything. It's just that anything you do in here seems to produce no sound. So that alarm that you heard, that is very loud in here actually, because you hear nothing else, even though it still seems to be coming from the northeast. So far to the northeast. Anyway, you get taken down again to this corridor that you started in, and through here is the way out, if you recall. And I need to map. Oh yeah, actually you get taken through here to the entrance, through the guard room again, and into this corridor here. And this room is very large and is described as follows. It's a mess hall. There are tables and benches that fill the room. Dishes and cutlery are stored in cabinets along the south wall. And there are people eating here, so guards seems to. And also you see 3 other people sitting, eating at the table. Okay, the guard says, this is where I will drop you off. The rooms, by the way, I need to show you. They're in the south here. Let's see. Organize tokens a little bit here, I think. Right, there we go. Yeah, so the rooms are down here in the south. And you will be having, and he unlocks this room here, and this. Can you see any of this?
Yes.
See the door's unlocked.
There we go. So we unlock these 3 rooms for you. Feel free to eat whenever you are hungry. Meals are served every 4 hours. There's stuff in the north. Through the north door, there's a kitchen. And there's stuff in there if you have any requirements. Any further questions or comments or anything like that?
I mean, I don't mean to pry, but it seems like there's some sort of situation going on. Is there anything that we need to be worried about or looking out for?
I'm sorry, I have to go now. And he waltzes off.
That don't sound very promising.
Being a tad bit cagey. I mean, I guess it is understandable if you are a high security prison, you don't want the outside world to know that you have vulnerabilities.
These 3 people, of course, they look at you with great interest. Sorry?
I was like, oh, is that poached fish?
You walk over and start eating. It is fish, actually. It seems to be freshly caught saltwater fish. Probably from the Sea of Moving Eye.
I open up a jar of ghost pepper pickled pickles or cucumbers.
Cucumbers. Spicy, but delicious,
Ooh.
I tell you.
Isn't it pickled eel that is the latest rave?
Ew.
I don't know. I've never had that.
It's on the menu tonight.
It's on the menu tonight, yeah.
So these 3 individuals in the room with us. Go ahead.
Yes. I'm looking for handouts that I know that I have made, but like finding stuff in this campaign is so much.
Yeah,
stuff.
I know that. Yeah, I know. I had to use a different tool for that.
I was gonna search here. Let's see here.
Man, that was spicy. My stomach's starting to hurt. Oh.
Well, your pickled ghost pepper pickled hello.
Say that 10 times fast.
Your ghost pepper pickled cucumber.
So one of the people is a white dragonborn.
He's fancy looking.
You there?
Got him.
Then we have next one is a little halfling. I want to say that she is. Third one is named after a planet in Star Wars that MMO that exists. A human. Okay.
Ah,
I think
Voss.
you have them now. Let me just see here. Yeah, so the human steps up to you and he says, Councillor Voss Anderton at the service of the city of Neverwinter. How do you do?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Indeed, and likewise. And the little... Sorry, Avalar?
I was gonna say, what brings you here? I'll let you finish your introductions.
We, us three, we are members of the Absolution Council, and we are currently just inspecting the facilities here. And the lady steps up to you, the halfling lady, and she says, I am Councillor Jill Torbo from Baldur's Gate. And finally, the Dragonborn steps up and says, I am Councillor Kriv Norexius from the town of Daggerford. He appears to have Silver Dragon ancestry.
Silver Dragon what?
Ancestry.
Okay.
So his,
Ancestry.
His scales are Silver Dragon-y.
Can I make a history roll to see what if I know what this was? It Council of
Council is the Absolution Council. Yes.
Okay. At 25.
Oh my gosh. The
Here we go.
Absolution Council has 10 members, from one from each of some cities in the south, and obviously Neverwinter, Baldur's Gate, and Daggerford are some of them. Others are Waterdeep and so on. They have actually together. They have they're running this prison at Revel's End, and they're as far as you know, their sort of ethos or whatever is that criminals should be not punished by death as is custom in other parts of the world, but rather make penance for their crimes and then get reintroduced into society. And so whenever they manage to catch some dangerous individual, such as a high-level magic user or something like that, in any of these cities, they tend to end up in this prison.
Okay, so knowing that, it is a pleasure to meet you all. Hello, I'm Professor Lexica Emelina Bailey Goldenmane of the Lord Hold College of Chaos. It is a pleasure to meet you all, like-minded individuals who believe in that society is not just a mad chaos, that unfortunately people propel us in that direction, but all can be resolved. Anyway, I just actually, there's been something that has been gnawing on me this entire time that we've been here, and I'm glad that I finally have somebody that I can speak with about this. When
Was it the Winter Wolf, the Councillor Voss says, and then chuckles.
Both Alexica and I are confused at that.
Oh, that was gnawing on you.
Oh.
It's a joke, he says. Never mind. I don't expect people from the Fae to understand our
I am a little too literal for quips, to be honest.
Mundane humor.
I was just, like I said, a little too literal for most jokes. You can ask any of them. I take everything way too seriously. Anyway, when I first came to this land, my very first experience here, really, within days of arriving, I made it to... What city was that?
Bryn Chandra.
No, the second one. The big one. The
East
thiefy
Haven.
one.
East Haven?
I made it to East Haven just in time to see a man burned alive. And coming from where I come from, that is not a common practice. We often incarcerate our criminals, and eventually many of them reconcile what they have done and can be reintroduced into society. We don't normally burn people, so that was a little shocking, to be honest.
Indeed, many. This is Councillor Kriv over here that says, indeed, many of the customs of these lands are barbaric, say them.
I'm so glad that
So when
somebody
this
finally
wizard burnt, he says, did it reform him? Did it make him a good member of society?
It definitely
No.
reformed him on the elemental level, I believe.
Oh, indeed. You hear the halfling woman sigh. You say that.
I'll kind of chuckle under my breath. Well, he won't do it again.
Oh, no, quite right, Councillor Voss says. But nor will he help the people he once, hurt.
An eye for an eye is not a way to live. That is how I believe. The cycle
No,
will never
quite
end.
rude.
That
Quite
is
rude
one of the
indeed.
reasons that chaos lives so profoundly in our world. Did I mention that I am a professor of chaos at the Lorehold College?
Once or twice, the halfling says over here. Once or twice you mentioned that already. She looks at you with stern eyes and she says, you should definitely give people a second chance, even those of chaos.
Indeed, indeed. There are those that sow chaos, and then there's those who attempt to reverse it. Unfortunately, chaos wins out oftentimes because it is much easier to sow it than it is to control it. That's actually what brings me to this land, is I personally believe that the chaos that is growing here is going to cause the destruction of the entire world.
Oh? And what chaos might that be? Councillor Voss says.
I believe that there are many organizations at work in this particular area at this particular time that are working to undo everything that has existed for millennia here. Do you undermine, usurp, destroy, just purely for the destruction's sake?
Tell him about the pixies and the rats.
Oh, nymphs, the nymphs. Have you heard the theory? Now, I strongly believe this in the
I'm gonna
evidence.
give Sakum an elbow and a little chuckle.
I kind of laugh, eat my pickles or cucumbers. Let's sit down. You may want to sit down for this one.
Good.
Well,
I start on my 10-minute tangent.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, as you go on, you get to the attention of Crib and Boss, but Jill, she sort of excuses herself and goes up to Zakum and says, "She's a chatty one, isn't she?"
You have no idea.
So what actually brings you up here to this far, to the edge of the world?
My society is
we
looking
came
for
here
the
to-
evil. Nope. We have two different paths here. That's why I was good.
Oh no, go ahead. You can explain why you're here.
I ran into these crew looking for the evil to cause the darkness here. My society wants to abolish the evil in all the world. I ran
Yes,
into
the
these
darkness.
guys on the way. Yes, the darkness.
Yes, that is obviously a big problem for this region and for this prison as well. Have you found anything out in your research?
I was alone chasing a druid who I believe caused this, and I ran into this group who has other ideas.
A druid, you say? Was it what manner of druid was this?
A wild druid named Redelia, if I remember correctly.
But I can't remember the name either.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Ravishan?
Ravishan.
Here, Ravishan.
Oh, Ravishan. There you go.
Yes.
We get there in the end.
But I'm starting to think it's
you
not
probably
her.
mentioned her.
Good.
So she was a frost druid. A frost druid, one of Oril's druids, yeah?
Yeah.
Well,
But alas, we found her.
Sorry.
So at last we found her dead. So I assume this Oriel, it might be the cause.
Well, as far as I'm aware, Oril has been gone and disappeared since the time of troubles, where allegedly the myth says Jill, he was slain, alternatively imprisoned somewhere. But you know, who knows? That is a long time ago. Maybe she has returned somehow. Gods are as they are.
Yes, indeed. I must pray upon this. Yes. In prison, you say?
And around about then, you're finished with your story, Alexica. And Crib says,
I think he's snoring.
"You talk a lot," he says to you.
We on the other hand are just here to check on a prisoner.
Oh, which prisoner would that be, says Jill? I assure you, they're all guilty and deserve every ounce of punishment that they get by being...
We have no doubt that he's
reformed.
guilty. We have no doubt that he's guilty, but we...
Oh, good.
I believe they call him... I'm gonna look at Alexa and go, is it 2237?
Oh, I don't know what that means. What was his name when he was out on the outside?
We were told not to refer to him by his name, but... It was,
Only towards him.
Oh, whatever.
Only in his presence.
Her presence.
He's a member of
Her
the
presence.
Arcane Brotherhood.
Oh, you mean you refer to Valish Gant, she says.
Yes,
Well,
that's the one.
as I recall, the Arcane Brotherhood said repented and took their hand away from him. So it's doubtful if he's still a member of that organization. He apparently acted alone, they claim, and we found no evidence to the contrary. But he is sentenced for basically causing a uproar and rebellion in Bryn Shander some years ago. Quite the event.
Well, I
It
guess
had
I
to
mean
do with
Alexica.
Yeah.
Alexica is more versed in what's going on, but I believe the Arcane Brotherhood is up to something, and they believe that 237 or whatever his name is calling the shots. Right, Alexica?
No, you are not getting this. They are taking the place of the rats and hiding as them so they can sneak into our homes and
Enough
eat all of
with
our
the-
food.
Enough with the silly Fae conspiracy theories.
Fine. None of you will believe me until the day that you wake up and your house is filled with them.
Crib says,
Don't you come talking to me then.
I happily eat rats, actually. Sauteed is the best.
But these
I
aren't
think
rats,
she's
they're
referring to
nymphs.
the nymphs.
The nymphs.
Oh, I have never tried them, he says.
The what?
nymphi.
The nymph? The nymph? No.
They're a little stringy.
But
Real-
enough about that. Tell them about Valish or.
From what we've kind of heard, rumored around, and picked up, the theory that we are currently running with is that Valish Gant is somehow, perhaps, coordinating the movements of the Arcane Brotherhood in this region, who is one of the groups that I believe is attempting to destroy the world.
Oh, and how would you propose they do that? The Arcane Brotherhood, I mean. They're based in Luskan, by the way. In case you didn't know, Councillor Jill says. And, you know, they're
I also
more...
thought that the Zents were a little farther south, but they've definitely made their home here.
the Scents, you say. They're also based in Luskan. Is it your theory, then, that all this evil comes from Luskan?
Well, you know, now that you put it that way, perhaps a portion of it may originate from there, though I would not say that any single person from there would be bad. It just seems like they might allow a little bit looser rules there, perhaps. But anyway, yes, the Zentarum are very, very active in this area and are attempting to take control of many of the cities here. But the man, the wizard that was burned, was rumored to have been a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, along with a few other people that are traveling around the area.
Hmm. Do you have any names? Maybe I recognize them, says Jill.
It'll give me a second to look it up. What was that lady's name? Nas, what was that lady's name? Oh, Nas isn't here.
Nas is in her room, actually. But she seems to not want to talk about the Arcane Brotherhood. Let's see here. What was her name?
Valen.
Harpel, right?
That sounds right.
Have we heard of
I
her?
did not write down her last name. Just Valen.
Valen Harpel. Yeah, she has heard of her. As far as I've heard, she says, Valen Harpel, that's the one-eyed woman, isn't it?
Yes.
She is a necromancer, says Jill.
Necromancer, you say? Raising the dead. Boils my blood.
So if she's in the area, then you should watch out, of course. However, even a necromancer can be benign, and as far as I've heard, she has never harmed a fly, not a living one anyway.
It's very dark magic.
I mean, it can be.
Sorry, I
but...
thought that was another joke.
I mean, it can be, but you know, it's all about what you do with it, isn't it, my good monk?
Nothing can come from the dark.
I mean, additionally, what we've heard is that, as I said, people believe that Gant might be coordinating, but it's also, we've heard multiple rumors that the Arcane Brotherhood is involved in the cultness that is going on.
Oh, really? Yes. Well, I'm pleased that we have such talented people investigating this. Of course, yes. If you excuse me, this irritating red light is making my eyes or my head hurt. I must withdraw. And she goes into one of the rooms.
Yeah, what's with the red light?
Councillor Voss steps up and he says, well, apparently they've had some sort of emergency situation. I don't know if a prisoner escaped or something like that, maybe, or tried to escape.
So this is part of an alarm?
Yes. Normally the light is just normal, but apparently the warden saw fit to sound the alarm.
Seems the warden
that they have everything under control.
Seems the warden's mistaking. Nothing's impossible, even a magical prison.
Quite right. However, as long as this prison has stood, and it is quite long, no prisoner has escaped. So I'm sure they have it. All right. Do you guys want to bring anything else particular up with these guys, or do you want to go have a little rest, or do something else?
Let me look at my notes.
Did we go over why they're here? I had a small crash at the browser. I think you were going over that. Why the Abolish Council was here, or Absolution Council was here. What their purpose was.
Right. So they run the prison.
Okay.
So they're the ones who sort of sentence people and send them here. And they are these three are here just to inspect the grounds, they claim. That alarm that you've heard, that has stopped sounding, by the way. And it's now quiet again all over the prison, as far as you can tell.
But yet the lighting has not returned to normal.
That is true.
Yes, I'm exhausted from the trip. I want to go
All right. Well,
find a
you
room.
can move yourself around here and find one of the rooms
dang
that
it,
are
I
open.
just-
Frostmaiden.
I'll. Oh, when they excuse them, or when he excuses himself,
Herself.
or
The other
I
two are
will-
still there, though.
Okay. Actually, I have another person of inquiry, though I do not have a name. A white tiefling that
Oh.
may be also connected to the Brotherhood as well as connected with Valen.
Allow me to provide you then with a name. That can be no other than. Now you have to give me a second. look up the name.
Oh, and just so you know, Vid, your roles are public too. So.
Oh yeah, these are fine. This is just general. How much do the council members know? Roll. Here maybe. Gosh. Her name, the albino tiefling that is a member of the Arcane Brotherhood, can be no other than Avarice. Her name is Avarice.
Avarice?
Go. And she's one of the newer members of the Brotherhood, as far as I can tell, and don't know too much about her. She, I think, deals mostly with these. What's the school called with fireballs and things? Evocation? Magic?
So she's
Evocation?
like a wizard?
It's like a what?
A wizard?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Voss says. All of the members of the Arcane Brotherhood are high-level wizards. Very dangerous individuals.
It's a bunch of hocus pocus to me.
Yeah. Sounds. It's one of the requirements to become a member of the organization is to have somehow sort of distinguished yourself as a arcane, knowledgeable about the arcane.
I mean, I would say that I'm personally quite knowledgeable about it, but I have zero magical abilities, which often people use against me.
Oh? Do you
Yes.
tend to get charmed a lot and things like that? Crib says.
Indeed I do. You would
Oh,
think
that's-
being a professor of, some accord, people wouldn't do that to me, but they do. Like making me jump up and down for quite a while.
Oh, that sounds most unpleasant. Although that is part of my morning routine, he says. Have to keep yourself physically fit to
I mean, doing so
vanquish
by
evil
choice and-
wherever it shows its ugly face.
I mean, doing so by one's choice is different.
Oh, indeed. Yeah, so
I've
now we
been-
have a name for that tiefling lady.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me double check my notes. Just make sure there's nothing else I want to add. I guess I'll ask them if they have heard anything about the Durgar in the area.
No, we've heard nothing of the sort. Are there Durgar in the area? They usually live in the Underdark, you know?
I tell them about how we saw them up that one place.
North of Kelvin's Cairn?
Yeah, Kelvin's Cairn, and that we have rivers that they're in the spine of the world, and that some were caught and escaped in East Haven.
Alright, yeah. This is news to us, yes. Yes, very worrying indeed. Somebody should probably go and seek out their where they live then and see what they want. I wonder if the council in Bryn Chandler has pointed any emissaries to this.
That's us. That's one of the reasons why we're here. Yeah.
Oh, well, there's no Durgar in the prison currently. Afraid?
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. That means that they're still getting away with it, which means that, we can still find them. They think that they're sneaky, but they're not. You know what I mean. I elbow him.
Which one do you elbow?
The Dragonborn. One that seems less enthused by me.
Yeah, he looks most unhappy by being elbowed. I beg your pardon, he says.
Know what I'm saying?
Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
You remind me of this traveling merchant I knew once.
Is that a breath weapon?
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what breath weapon silver dragons have, but he looks ready to use it.
Let's see.
Say cold.
Weapon of silver dragon. There we go. Cone of cold.
All right. There you go.
Hey, as a point of a little bit of a question for meta here, did we find a stone or a crystal? Either when we fought the druid or a little after. Did we find a piece of stone or crystal or something mysterious? I'm assuming not. She's looking through notes.
I'm looking.
I can't remember what you found, so...
Yeah, I was asking more Corgi with the notes.
Yep. That is a question for Porkster.
I don't remember a mysterious crystal.
No,
Thought something
I
after.
don't have anything.
Okay, I thought something
All I have
appeared.
is about the crystal tower and the side crystals from.
All right, I thought something
back
appeared
in
after
the
the.
Mind Flayer stuff.
Thought something appeared after I blew up the device that. Okay.
Blew up what device?
Are you talking about when you died?
Yeah, that device. There was some. I was
Oh,
gonna
you
ask
still
these-
have the device?
I have the device.
Yep.
I repaired it.
Yep.
Okay, all right. I thought it was a run off a crystal stone. I was gonna ask about. Never mind.
Oh, he had to use the crystal in it. In the device,
They did
right?
have an yeah, there's a crystal
Yeah.
in it. Or actually, it's a bit of coal, if I recall.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
But they did have an amulet on them. The person that was burned. If that's
Yeah.
what you meant.
Okay. Yeah. So I showed. I'm kind of. Yeah. I guess I was carrying it. Somebody took it. Somebody took it from me.
I
I don't
stole
know how
it
to
from
mentor
you
it.
when you died.
I knew it. I knew it. So I point out. Why don't you question about the amulet we found that you have stolen
How do you
from
know
me?
I have the amulet? What
Oh,
amulet?
I know a lot of things. I saw a lot of things in that dimension.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my
Okay,
beyond just being super slow. So, do you ask them about the amulet?
I pull it out and I let them look at it.
They can probably tell you what it is.
Yay! I have an amulet of health.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, you knew what it was already.
Oh, you told me so that way you wouldn't have to look it up later.
All right. So yeah, they tell you that it's an amulet of health.
There you go.
Excellent.
And I take it back.
No,
And
no, my little hand.
You
It
can't-
didn't help you the last time you had it.
It hangs below your feet. It's too big to round your neck.
What's it supposed to do? Does it raise your con or something like that?
Yeah, raise your con to 19.
All right, that's pretty handy.
Oh, that is pretty handy.
You're welcome.
What
Extra
is
hit
your
point.
current health? like max health, not like current. What is your current max?
Who? Me?
You.
Gareth?
You.
35 is my max.
35 is your max?
35 is your max
Uh-huh.
HP? Really?
Yeah. Well,
I give it
I'm
to
a
you.
source. I'm a sorcerer.
I give it
I'm
to
not
you.
So that raises your your con stat to 19, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So plus 4 bonus.
So that's good on concentration saves on spells too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes. What's your current con bonus? Plus 2?
I'm a 17, so it's a +3.
Oh, plus
Alright,
okay,
so it'll give
it's-
you 5
it's
extra
still
hit
pretty good,
points. And another +1 to con saves. Concentration.
Corgi,
good.
note that because I'm trying to. Can you note that for me, Corgi? I'm trying to figure out how to add it to my inventory, but I'll do that later.
Oh.
That's
And-
I will DM you.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Alright, well, they, in the end, they sort of disappear to their rooms, and I guess Alexica goes to her room.
I go to Garrus' room.
Of course.
Curl up on the end of the bed.
Excellent.
I'm in my own separate room.
You are, and it's so nice, you think, Sakum. Finally have some alone
Quiet.
time. You know?
Ah, quiet,
Honestly,
quiet.
You've slept in bivouacs, bivouacs? Was that what you called it in English?
Yep.
And tents, and
Tent.
you've been close to these people for days now, man.
Man. Garrett's alright, but that little one. Oh god, my ears.
She's getting a little gamey too.
A
She's
little
soaking wet.
gamey.
Yeah, it smells like wet dog. A little bit of like a wet dog.
Oh my gosh. I still forget at moments that you wanted to eat me.
How can you forget?
Sometimes I wish I had.
So you go to sleep, and you guys can take a long rest. However, Gareth, something is not right. Because when you wake up in the morning, your frostbite isn't gone.
Okay.
And your nose itches, and Alexica immediately tells you that it's super red, you know, and you have something on your, like on the wrist here as well, just where the glove sort of, there's a gap between the glove and the, you know, the sleeve. There's also a patch, and when you itch it, the skin starts falling off and things like that.
Maybe you should take them up on that offer of the medical assistance. You looking a little not well in the skin area.
Oops.
But yeah, you can reduce your exhaustion and obviously restore your hit points and that lot.
It's a long rest, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
And yeah, I assume that Alexica bangs the door open.
Yeah, probably.
And Sakum, quite.
She's surprisingly a morning person and a night person.
Yeah. She's the most annoying of two worlds.
We get out
And I
stretching.
immediately get
Oh,
out, and I-
such a quiet night.
Yeah,
I
you
just
slept
like-
very well, Sakum.
As soon
And
as you
it's
open your door,
warm.
you almost
Warm.
trip over me as I
Yeah.
make my way to the food.
And also, I should say something maybe about these
Coffee
these
first.
rooms that you have.
Yeah.
Your two rooms seems to be identically furnished, with a bed, a desk, a matching chair, a claw-footed chest, and wall hooks for hanging clothes. And there's this mysterious light. And the guard told you before he left that you can turn the lights on and off by using the secret command word, which is light.
Not really that secret.
Make sure you walk
as you
light
sit-
footed.
I spend at least 5 minutes before going to sleep, going lights, 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 lights.
Gareth got a short rest last night, so I'm gonna make some coffee and pray to reset my spells while I make my coffee.
Indeed. Yeah, that's no problem. So, you
Step away for 5 minutes real quick.
breakfast.
Restroom.
It's very nice, you know. You eat breakfast. It's good food. There are people coming in and out of this door here, this here door, serving you, and things like that. And just when you receive your second portion of bacon, Alexica.
Only second?
Yes.
Slow today.
You're about halfway done at this point, right? You hear a terrible gurgling scream from out this door, and all of you realize this is something really serious. What do you do?
Grab the bacon, all of it, and shove it into my mouth, and then jump underneath the table and put my hand on my daggers
Sakum, what do you do?
and hide.
Sakum stepped away.
Oh, okay. What do you do, Gareth?
Well, first, I'll wonder what happened to all the bacon.
Yep, it's gone. It's gone, man.
And then when I realize it was Alexica, I'll be like, and I'll rage.
Brilliant. The serving staff, they look horrified and sort of join Alexica underneath the table. Nothing else happened.
So let's take a short break and wait for Avalar to come back.
Yeah. Let's do that. So, how are you finding Revel's End then?
Not enough bacon.
It's not the worst place I've ever been in.
No, it's quite nice actually. It's warm, it's lit, you know. Nice sturdy walls, nice furniture.
This red light's a little annoying.
Yes, it is.
I just found a highlighter on my desk.
Nice. Is that some sort of pen?
I don't ever remember using a highlighter. Yeah, it's like a transparent marker for highlighting.
Oh, right, yeah.
Just...
Oh, they don't look like that in Sweden. I've never seen
this
a
is
model like
this
that.
is a large one. Like this is I don't know who made this one, but yeah, this one's rather large. It's a big chisel tip.
All right. Yeah, for some reason,
no idea how long
the
it's
only
been.
highlighters I've seen ever are like square.
Yep.
And slightly conical in shape. I don't know.
I have no idea how long it's been there. It was under my second monitor. So.
All right.
Don't
It's
really
not
remember ever owning a highlighter.
Oh, exactly. I haven't used a highlighter for years and years. Not a thing I do.
I'm finding Warhammer models that I forgot I owned. Oh no, it's just a sprue. It's not an actual model. It's just a sprue that for some reason I put back in the package.
All right, Avalar.
And then this is
So
What was the last thing you heard?
I had no bacon left after I get done my prayer, and I'm quite mad, just like Gareth is, but I can't rage. I'm about to take the mask off and show the light, but I still hear it through Bluetooth. So.
Oh, okay, excellent. Yeah. So you don't hear or see anything further, and what was that? The serving staff says. Can they look at you, Gareth? Can you go out and look? You look big.
Go where?
They point to the door out here. on the northern side.
Very well. I'll look at Alexa. Are you joining me?
I will go to the end of the table, but stay underneath it. and I put out a little hand thumbs up, like, I got you.
You got this, man. I will. I guess I will walk to the door and just listen, see if I hear anything.
It's open, and oh, it's not open here. Okay, it's open.
Oh, it's actually opened.
Yep. And you know, as you let's move you forward a little bit. As you poke your nose in there, it's empty, but you see a fully furnished kitchen. And there's three serving staff in the room behind you, and there's nobody in the kitchen. There's an iron stove and a pump that seems to be for water. There's 3 doors on the western side. They're closed. And you can roll me a perception check.
Everybody, or
you two can roll.
A 5.
I don't know where roll 20 is. Oh, it's right in front of me. A 5. What the hell? Right.
17.
So there's nothing
Gareth.
out of the ordinary, Gareth, at all. However, Sakum, you see that round about here, there's some sort of stain on the floor.
So you said stain?
Yeah.
All right. Gareth, there's no bacon, but there's some stain on the floor. Can I tell what kind of stain? Blood?
It seems to be blood, for sure.
Bacon grease.
Who's drawing things here?
I drew the stain.
Oh, you drew the stain. It ought to be red, however.
I didn't know if that wouldn't look good, like it would blend in too much with the background.
That is true, but that's how it is. Yeah, so obviously it looks very dark in this reddish light, but you do determine that it's blood. Seems to be, it's not too much, but it is a fair amount of blood anyway.
It's just like
it's not. Sorry.
It's just like a puddle there. I guess. Well, it's a stain, so no tracks going to anywhere. Like they're dripping blood somewhere, or it's just there, like it puddled there.
Roll an investigation check.
Copy that.
Can I help him for advantage, or do you want me to roll separately?
You can roll separate.
Okay.
Oh, my investigation is worse.
An 18.
There are no tracks. It's just stain.
You think Alexia can sniff this out?
Maybe we could ask her.
So I'll see there's a stain here. It had
You
to
said
go
there were
somewhere.
Three staff in the dining hall.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna peek back through the door to get Alexia's attention, but I'm gonna say something to the 3 staff. I'm gonna say, "There's some blood in here. Was there someone else in the kitchen?"
They say, well, it's just us working there. But yeah, one of the guards was in there having a bit of a meal. Is he not there?
Nope, just a spot of blood on the floor. Alexica, do you think maybe you could, let's see, how did Zakum say it? Sniff this out?
Yeah.
She comedically, like, runs to the wall and then, like, sidles across the wall trying to be sneaky.
With your hands, with your back up against the wall with your hands.
Yes.
We can still see you.
And then she, like, sneaks into the kitchen and then, like, throws herself up against this wall behind Gareth.
Reminds me of a scene from Pink Panther. Sorry, the old school Pink Panther.
There's no one in here, Alexa. There's no need to hide.
I guess I
We need a
will
room.
smell to see if I smell a large source of blood nearby.
I mean, yeah, you probably do. You do smell.
I mean, other than this.
Other than
Watch
that.
it.
Okay, so
What?
roll me a thingamajig.
A 16.
You do not smell any other blood.
No, nope. The garlic is really strong in here. It's kind of. Why are they using so much garlic first thing in the morning? It's a little potent. I'm gonna have to brush your teeth twice.
Oh, it's there was some orders in Bryn Chandler when we passed through there. They say so we figured we'd up the garlic count, up the garlic ratio by double.
Make sure there's no vampires in the breakfast hall, huh?
Not anymore, there aren't.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's what happened to the guard. Maybe he's a vampire and he ate the garlic.
Oh, I doubt he was a vampire.
I
They
didn't
come
know.
in
How
and look
often-
as well, and they're
How
like,
often
no-
is he being out in the sun?
So ask the
They-
servants.
they,
You didn't hear that
open these-
scream? Oh, good.
doors, and they look in. You can see him as well if you want. It seems to be
Yeah.
3 bedrooms, probably for the servant stuff. There's probably their bedrooms, you know.
And I asked him,
There's
you
nothing-
didn't hear the scream or you didn't hear that at all?
Oh, we heard the scream, yeah. That's when we, but we were in here. We were in with you serving bacon. Where's that bacon anyway? Where did they all
Yeah,
go?
where is the
There's a
bacon?
huge
Look at
platter.
look Alexia. No.
Bacon?
She's got grease stains around her whiskers or whatever.
Bacon strips.
That's why I couldn't smell anything. I was so distracted by the bacon.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah.
Where's this door goes? And I point to the northern one.
They say that goes out into the prison proper. I'm afraid we don't have the key to it. Only the guards do. However, there are guards. They say in the behind the door to the south east in the
Right.
cafeteria. But yeah, they
Maybe
look through their own rooms as well, and you know nothing is missing. They say nothing has been disturbed. It's all
Maybe the guard.
yeah, it should be fine.
Well, maybe the guard cut himself and headed out to the north door, but I fear weird that he didn't track blood with him. Very strange.
Yes, yes. Well, we shall close these doors to our own private chambers. They say, but yeah. So they knock on the door in the southeastern wall here, and a guard pops out and says, "What's up? What's up? Do you need anything? What's going on?"
It seems one of your compadres has cut himself in blood, but seemed to have disappeared. We'll see if he was alright. Might need healing.
Did he come from the room behind us? Sorry.
Yes, came from in here, yeah. So, Alexica, if you just to make it clear, they came from this door.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Concerned about your
well,
friend.
In that case, it's that maybe they've gone to the prison. Who knows? I mean, damn it, to the medical facilities. Medical facility. Yes.
Sick bay.
Sick bay. That's what it's called. Yes. So,
Alright,
but, I mean,
fair
I can
enough.
escort you over there if you like.
Oh,
No,
we
I'm just
definitely
concerned.
need to go. Have you seen his face?
Yeah, that doesn't look too good, big guy. They say.
Hmm. Yes, I should probably get looked at. Oh.
All right. Off we go then, they say, and they escort you to the door. It opens as they near it, and you find yourself in a hallway, very similar to the one down south here, except of course eastern part of the room or place.
Corridor.
They escort you along here.
Did you really rage over bacon?
He did. He raged over bacon.
I really wanted bacon.
He needed an excuse to rage, you know. That was a good one.
I thought it was just a play on words, but now he literally raged over bacon.
He opens this door, and you go in here, and he opens this door, and you come in. Okay. Oh, I moved the blotch of blood as well. Damn it! I'm gonna reverse that movement.
Now you can delete the blood.
Oh, or can I? Yeah. Okay.
You should be able to.
All right. Yeah. All right. So you enter into the sick bay. In this room, there are around about a dozen beds. And there's cabinets along the north wall, with apparently with medical supplies. And in the room, you see a man. And that man is
Oh man.
clad in robes. And he says, "Oh, welcome. I am Brother Eldon, or as we say as well, Prisoner 88, former Prisoner 88."
Former
How can I
prisoner.
assist? Yes. Yes, I was. Well, I was not maybe the best person in my youth. The good people of Baldur's Gate saw fit to send me here for readjustment. I am pleased to say it worked. And
Brother, so what religion have you found yourself within?
oh, I pray to the good Lord of self-sacrifice and pain, bearing others' pain. I'm of course referring to Ilmater.
Is that the one that likes it when people flagellate?
Yes. You see, he has a little whip in his belt. So anyway, I can see straight away what ails you, he says, and goes up to Gareth. It's a case of frostbite for sure. And he, the guard says, I'll wait outside. And he sort of looks at it, and he gives you a cream for it. Rub this on now and then before bedtime, and then same again twice a day until the rest here.
Thank you.
You must have escaped with within an inch of your life there. It looks bad. It's cold out there for sure. Yes. Anyway, when I was released and had served my punishment, I found Ilmater in the prison, and I decided to stay on and try as best I can to aid the other unlucky souls that are here, and perhaps, share their pain. Anyway, as he is busy with Gareth, Sekum and Alexica, you see that on one of the beds in this prison, there is somebody with their sheet pulled all over them, and big red splash of blood where their chest.
I know he's talking about Gareth, my question: what happened to this person?
This, well, he looks quite worried when you mention it. He says, well, this is prisoner 299. And I'm afraid he's quite dead. He was brought in here yesterday afternoon. He was delirious. I managed to lay him down and give him some calming tinctures. And then in the night, I woke up and he had this horrible thing happen to him. Well, actually, he says, come and have a look. Unless you're squeamish, that is.
Oh no.
I've been moving people around here, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. We're all grouped together.
Yes.
Yeah, good thing there's no cone of colds.
Right.
Is that a breath weapon?
Yeah. And he pulls the sheet off, and you can see that in the chest cavity of this person, it looks like the ribs are pointed outwards towards you. It's like they've sort of burst open, and you can see inside his chest. Quite dead.
It's like a xenomorph.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
Well,
Have you seen anybody recently within maybe the past 20 minutes, half hour?
no, I haven't. No, nobody.
Concerning.
Quite
What
alone
it calls?
here. I did notify, because you see, there is this thing that happened, and I don't know if I should worry about it, but the thing that burst his chest open, it kind of escaped.
And that was my next question. What will cause a damage like this? And we believe it might have happened again at the mess hall.
Maybe what
either
first
that,
got his best.
or
Yeah.
or it was going in the mess hall.
Never
so
thought about that.
I'm-
So
Gareth is curious. Gareth is curious. Do I recognize this as the prisoner that the guards were dragging through the hall when we got here?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
It appears to be the same guy. Right. So the way it was dark. It was the night, but I did get a glimpse of this thing. It was about yay long, about a foot. It had horrible teeth. It seems to have almost eaten its way out of him. And it slithered. And, I tried to catch it, but, it was too quick for me. And I've been looking, I've been looking all over this room, and I can't find it. It can't have escaped, really, I don't think. I mean, where would it go?
So you think it's still in this room?
I mean, I haven't found it. It's you know what? At points, I thought that I'd gone overboard with the flagellations in the evening, and that I already dreamed the whole thing. But here he is. His chest is still burst open, and something must have done it. And I did see this thing, but I haven't been able to find it. So surely it must still be in here, right? I mean, the door has been closed, except for when you guys opened it now.
Kessa quietly casts detect magic as he's speaking. Just
Okay, yeah. You sense magic from the door and from the light. And also from the doctor's crest. Also from the prisoner's crest, although it's obviously a bloody crest. Well, anyway, in case this thing has escaped, maybe we need to worry about this. You know, that's why the red lights are on, by the way, because we noticed that some people have gotten ill lately. You know, but this is the first serious, you know, effect of this illness. I haven't really. Sorry?
When we saw this prisoner yesterday, actually, when we first arrived, he was being escorted, I'm assuming, to you. He was speaking about the blue one.
Yes.
Right, yes. Okay, yeah, he was rambling about that when he came in as well. Yeah.
Do you
I
perhaps
recognize
know what that could be?
I haven't focused, I'm sorry. No, I don't know. I wouldn't know. No, sorry.
So this thing that came out of him was like a serpent
Yeah, maybe.
or a lizard?
Yeah, I don't remember it having any legs. So maybe more like a serpent, but it had a very big head compared to its sort of body. The guard pokes his head in. He says, "You guys gonna be here for a while? I just need to nip to the bog."
Hit the
Yes.
head, my friend.
Excellent. He goes out again. All right.
So honestly, it must be able to pass through physical realm or pass through material things, walls, doors. If it's not here, I see no evidence of such. It must
I mean,
be
you
able
can-
to
you
phase
can also
itself
have a look
out.
if you want, guys.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, what do you want? Investigation or?
Yeah, sure.
Can I?
Ooh, 22.
Okay, do the investigation first.
You're fairly sure, Gareth, there is nothing here. And Alexa as well. You both agree that the thing isn't in here. You go through the cupboards, you know, there's lots of medical supplies in the cupboards. And you go through, like, under the beds and things like that. And no, there's nothing here.
Can I, since it is a creature,
Mhm.
can I roll a nature to see if I would know maybe?
Sure. However, I would say that the just description is quite sketchy or vague, so roll with disadvantage.
Okay. I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna blow this out of the water, or I'm going to bomb this. You watch.
We're watching
8.
both.
I mean, that's not too terrible. Are you trained in nature?
I am not. No.
Okay. You guys are getting good at all the skills now, I suppose.
Mhm.
So you can't really determine. You haven't heard of anything like.
So talking to Alexa, can you pick up a strange scent coming from? I hate to be this graphic to you, but from the cavity, and maybe somewhere where it would have moved to, from a tracking standpoint. Not to say put your nose in his chest, but
I mean, I can try. I can make no guarantees. If it's a strong, potent scent, like, you know, a creature that exudes
Like
a lot
bacon?
Yeah, bacon in particular, I would definitely notice. But yeah, if it's a strong smell, perhaps. But I mean, no guarantees. But would you
That's
like me to roll for
Rather
that? then?
Eldon, by the way.
Would you
Sure,
like-
you can roll your smelling thing.
Sure.
So this place is already fairly smelly. There's formaldehyde, there's various tinctures and creams, and the thing that was put on Gareth already smells quite a lot as well. But you do also smell something else. And while you can't really follow it, you think that if you smell it again, you will be able to recognize the smell, you know what I mean?
And the description of it again was about a foot-long snake with gnarly teeth
And
Yeah.
a big head.
and a big head.
Just he says, Brother Revel says, just keep your eyes out, and I hope this doesn't spread. If it spreads, we're
Can I investigate? Yeah,
Sorry.
I was gonna ask. Can I investigate him? Like a better term, to see if he's infected. If it didn't get out of the room.
I will say
something
this,
that
Alexica, you don't smell it on Brother Eldon. It does not appear to be having the same.
Yeah.
Good call, lads.
Alexica starts, like smelling around the front of him, and then she walks around behind him. Then she gets her nose just a little too close to the tushy region and hangs just a little too long. He smells fine.
We shall all suffer, he says.
It's a successful day when you can make your DM facepalm for a good 5 count.
I mean, he worships the god of flatulence,
A flatulence?
No, he doesn't.
This is an example of Avalar not knowing what a word means.
That's the word I heard. That's going into
flagellate.
It's when you
Exactly.
self-punish.
Exactly. That is a punishment. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. I know what it meant.
Kind of a
I twisted it.
self-punishment.
I know what it meant. I'm just doing a word twist on it. That she was in the tushy region.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
No, I believe you. Of course.
You lies all the time.
All right. He checks out. So basically, we sum it up. All right.
All right.
Well, if I smell it again, I'll let you guys know. But I don't smell it in here. It must have gotten out somehow.
Yeah, so you guys are done in here, but the guard hasn't returned.
Eat my pickles.
You do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I peek out into the hallway?
The door is locked.
It is.
I ask him what he knows about prisoner 237.
Oh, he's a quiet one. He keeps to himself. Doesn't appear to he never gets into conflict with the other prisoners. Yeah, I've never really had the pleasure of speaking with him.
So he's never required your medical attention?
No, he hasn't. You hear a thud from outside. And
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? And then the door opens, and the guard stands there, and he goes. He looks really ill, actually. Right, let's escort you back to your rooms, folks.
Brother, you may want to
are
look
you-
at this guard.
Are you feeling all right, sir?
Feeling all right?
You don't look
Yeah,
well.
sure. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
No,
I just got a cold.
I think you should stay here and get a little bit of healing. We'll peek out the hallway. We won't leave. We'll just peek out the hallway to see if we can find another guard to escort us.
Oh,
You
very
stay-
well, very well.
You
I'll
stay
stay.
here. No spitting out crackers or anything.
It must have been the bacon.
Well, Brother Eldon goes up to him and starts investigating him.
Maybe he ate the bacon.
Do you guys step out? In
He had the
hallway?
special. I had the special. Change mine to the soup.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. See? My play on words. I was thinking of that exact scene.
We know each other too well. It's actually kind of disturbing.
You should see it from this side.
Yeah.
You keep threatening to turn the bus around.
Yeah, really. Who put you in charge of driving the bus?
So you can actually the door is about to close, but you can actually catch it before it closes, and if you want to, you can keep it open, or you can close it. But as far as you understand it, as soon as the door closes, it'll lock.
Well, I suppose I'll hold the door open and keep an eye on the brother and the guard.
Yes, I can react real quickly with cure blessings while he goes through his, in case something happens.
Yep.
But if he, if one came out and escaped and he's now sick, I believe we're dealing with an infestation of some sorts.
So the Brother Eldon starts investigating him, and then all of a sudden, he something happens with him, with the guard. He sort of he starts looking, he starts staring at Eldon, Brother Eldon, and then he goes, "They're here, they're here. The blue one is here," and then he starts to attack Brother Eldon. You guys do.
Yeah, we intervene. Yep. At least I will.
Yep.
Okay.
It's my nature.
Basically,
oh.
And you managed. He's not that strong, you know. You managed to grapple him and restrain him before any great harm is done.
I push the old man back out of the way.
He looks horrified and he says, put him on one of the beds. Put him on one of the beds. This is what happened to the other guy.
Time down.
This is what happened to prisoner 299. Yeah. If you put him on the bed, you can see that there are actually restraints on the beds. So you put them on him, and he starts thrashing in the bed when you have them on, and he goes, the blue one is here. And I think that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Oh, crap.
Nice.
I was just like, what can I do now? Do I have a bag of holding?
I was thinking about command to try to see if he can, like a true serum or something. I don't know. See what he's trying to tell me what he's seeing. I gotta think. Yeah. Darn it.
Who does number 2 work for?
Where were you in the night of the 27th? That was 8 p.m.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that was pretty good.
So anyway, there's the links, guys, in the chat. So the links to all the things.
Indeed.
And,
are we rating anybody?
I don't know. I don't know if there's anybody we following playing.
So anyway, what do you guys have coming up for the rest of the week? Are you playing anything?
I haven't heard anything from Bully for this weekend, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's unclear if Bully's computer is back up and running, so Sunday is probably still on hold.
Yeah, his computer went poo-poo.
And then, I don't know, it's he runs Wednesday too, right? Or does Fortis run Wednesday?
Fortis runs Wednesday.
Yeah.
Which is still up in the air right now, too.
So, we got Chaotic Calling is playing. We can go over and see Chaotic.
Sure.
Yeah, let's rate some Chaotic.
Haven't been over there in a while. But yeah, guys, stick around for the raid and pick up some more channel points.
Indeed. And we'll you have to keep your eyes open then for when we play next time. We're aiming to play next Friday anyway.
Yes.
Yep, so far so good.
Yep.
All right, I'm ready to go
next
whenever
Friday.
you guys are.
Yeah, we're ready. Thank you for watching, guys.
Right.
See you guys.
Bye.